for joining us on this On the College Campus, Real Estate 101. We have a very wonderful guest today, Emily Martinez, who's working with Ambeck, who helped us get this mortgage on the house that we had. We had the mortgage. And Daniel is my co-pilot here.
Hello everyone, nice to see you guys again.
I'm Catherine Knightsby, and we're with Knightsby's Homes. And without further ado, we will introduce now Emily Martinez, and Daniel will ask the first question.
Well, Emily, it is nice to meet you and learn that you actually financed the loan for this property.
I did. I've known Catherine for many years and actually helped them with financing on their home in Salida. Yeah, many years ago. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy to hear because I remember when we first got this, but I want to get to the first question. And my first question for you, Emily, is what would you like to tell our audience about yourself? A little quick introduction, please.
Oh, okay. A bit of an introduction. All right. So I have been a mortgage loan officer for a very long time, about 27 years, actually.
You're only 15.
Yeah, about 27 years. And then prior to that, I was actually in my early 20s a stockbroker for UBS, which is formerly Payne Weber, out of their Merced office. And I did that until my youngest daughter was born. And then I stayed home with her for a while and then got into mortgage lending. So over the past 30 years of doing this, I've been with Ambeck most of that time. And as you can imagine, I have seen every economic and real estate cycle you can imagine, interest rates high, interest rates low. And so the financial planning background has just really been a huge contributing factor in my love for this business and in being able to help my clients having that financial planning background.
Wow.
Personally, a little bit about myself. I love, on my off time, I love spending time with my grandchildren. And I'm a runner, so I get in 3 to 5 miles every day, and then a little bit longer on the weekends.
Marathons, raising money for people. I remember seeing you raise money.
And I love reading and anything outdoors. And so, there's just a little bit about me.
Beautiful. You've just really done well over the years. You haven't let yourself go.
Yeah, it's been a good life. Yeah, a lot to be thankful for. Yeah, and as you know, we've had ups and downs in the real estate market, but it's the experience and the reputation, we're still around. And it's, it's a great business to be in to help people become homeowners.
And we bought this home in the crash market, so it took a lot of nerve. People, nowadays they think, well, gosh, the house was a third of the value it is now. It must have been so easy to buy it. You must have not had any fear, but I tried to back out every single day. I was like, I don't want to do that, because everybody I knew, I thought that the market would completely crash out and there'd be no houses, no value.
Exactly.
We didn't know where it would end. So there's always a concern, there's always a fear. It doesn't matter, high interest rates, low interest rates, high home prices, low home prices. All the people who watch you are thinking of buying. Today is the day of action. If you're thinking of buying a home, today is the day. The rates may go up higher. The house prices may go up higher. You might lose your job. You don't know. You might have another baby and then you need the house. So whatever your need is, today is the day of action. And I don't know if I mentioned to subscribe to the channel, but I will at the end. Okay, Daniel, what's your next question?
All right, Emily.
Thank you.
My second question for you is, what loan packages does your company specialize in?
That's a really, really good question. Okay, so, honestly, every mortgage company has almost the same loans: FHA, VA, USDA, conventional. We do them all. We have obviously conventional loans, FHA loans, VA loans, USDA. down payment assistance programs. Reverse mortgages are very popular right now for, a lot of the senior clientele. Renovation loans for remodeling and construction loans for new builds. So we have a lot of the different programs. So I think that the difference is, in choosing a loan officer and a company to work with is not exactly like what programs do you have or what rate do you have, because programs are all similar, rates are all pretty close. It's, the experience. And is somebody really going to take the time to be a consultant and give you different loan options for your unique financial situation? Or are they just going to put you in whatever loan they know or whatever loan they feel comfortable with? We, as far, for your question of what loan programs do we offer, everything. My favorites, though, are when I get to work with first-time homebuyers and using one of the many down payment assistance programs. A lot of people think they need a huge chunk of money for a down payment, and that's not true. There are a lot of programs available. And also helping veterans, a veteran, utilizing their VA benefits to get a home with zero down. So those are some of the favorites of mine to work with, but we offer all of them.
So good, so good. I would agree. Without the right person helping you, it can be a very difficult, sometimes not successful experience versus a smooth, less anxiety-filled experience.
Yeah. And we've all heard those horror stories over the years where, it's just a disaster. Things change at the closing table.
Right.
You think you're approved, and then, the week before you're supposed to close, your lender tells you you're not approved. And that's where experience and a reputable company, come in, because everything is ironed out in the beginning. When we issue an approval letter, it's going to take a major occurrence for that loan not to close. And it's going to be something like you lost your job or you got laid off. It's not going to be, oops, we missed something and, you're really not qualified. Very, very thorough and very, very smooth, and that's why people come back. It's, we are a local lender, as I had mentioned earlier, I've been with Ambeck for all these years. And then we are actually a division of American Pacific Mortgage that is nationwide. It's one of the leading lenders in the nation. Our corporate headquarters are in Roseville, California. And by being a division of American Pacific Mortgage, we have, the latest technology, the best efficiency, just everything that you can imagine for a smooth transaction. We have a mobile app, so a lot of my clients will just, fill out the basic info on their phone. I pull their credit report. You can scan and upload documents right through the mobile app. So the technology is there. And then having the team, the experienced team to
amazing group of people over there.
And communication, constant communication with the, with the realtors, with the escrow team, with the clients, so that you're always in the know. Because let's face it,
you seem to be.
Any loan officer, even fresh from licensing, can quote a rate. Any loan officer can take a loan application. It's not about that. It's about the whole deal, making it smooth, beautiful. A home buying experience should be a happy experience.
Yeah, it should be. And usually it's actually a lot more stressful than people imagine. I think that makes it hard because they thought it was going to be a lot smoother and more fun than it turned out to be. I want to say that the conversation I had with you last week was unbelievable. I couldn't believe what you told me about what's going on in the industry. I really had no idea. And once again, your overview and your experience, and I guess your communication with other people, that you were able to get that much information about what's going on in the market, it gave me a sense of place as a realtor that I just didn't quite understand where I was. And
it's
you do
definitely
have a lot
been
of ability to see the big picture.
Yeah, the past couple of years have definitely been tough on, on buyers trying to find a home when there was not very much inventory. And every time a house came on the market, my God, it had, 10 offers in the first 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And so that can be a little bit discouraging to buyers, And then with interest rates being up a little bit, but we've seen fives, 4.5, five,
That's
5.5.
what we bought. We were at 5.5.
We've seen those
almost
before.
6 when we bought this house. Remember,
They're still historically low. Yeah. So it's I get asked a lot, is it a good time to buy? Yeah, it's a good time to buy. If you have a choice between paying, $2,400 a month rent,
it's the same.
You're actually paying somebody else's mortgage or paying, $2,400 a month for your own home. Obviously, that's the better financial, choice.
100%.
So, yeah,
And
when you're ready to buy a home, that's when it's the right time. Yeah.
100%. That's so true, especially for these young couples. I mean, it's just heartbreaking to see them get into those rental contracts going on and on for their best possible years of earning, and all that hard work is going straight into nothing for them.
Yeah, down the toilet.
Yeah, with these rents, I mean, if rents were lower like they used to be, it wasn't as heartbreaking. But now, 3.2 is $2,200 a month.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true. Rent is out of the world. As a renter myself, I can speak from this perspective at the moment. Rent is out of the world, and that's
and they
why
torture you too, don't they? They come in with their, they really make a renter feel uneasy.
A lot of times landlords have restrictions and such that it's not comfortable. You don't want to take pride in ownership at all of your
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, Emily, for my last question I had for you, I wanted to ask, and you kind of already went into detail a little bit, but if you could elaborate more, what makes you stand out, Emily Martinez, as a loan officer?
Oh, stand out as compared to other loan officers.
And
okay.
you did cover
I
a
think,
lot of things that make you stand out.
Yeah. First and foremost, I think is experience. Is like I say, do you want to be dealing with, a clerk at the other end of a 800 number at some company that you don't know, or do you want to be able to meet face to face if you want to? Obviously a lot of our business right now is done electronically, but the opportunity to meet with your local lender face to face is definitely there. And the experience of helping you understand what you're getting, what is your rate, what is your payment, what kind of loan program is it? If you have the option between, 2 or 3 different ways, is somebody going to take the time to explain to you how that will impact you financially? What are the long-term benefits or ramifications, of the different choices? So experience in putting things together and options together, and then educating clients. So that's first and foremost. But, another biggie is, I think really I care, and
Wow, that's nice.
and I'm so lucky, and that's why I've been with Ambeck all of these years, is, I work for a company who cares. Our corporate office, our philosophy is service to others. And so, it's not about getting the loan. It's not about selling that deal. It's about you and, being a consultant, being an advisor. And so I think the fact that I'm lucky enough to work, with the company and with the team that truly cares about our clients, most of my clients become friends. Over the years, they refer.
100%. I remember we had a huge snafu at the signing table. I mean, we had a major issue that came up on the signing table that we had to change the loan. We had to really restructure the loan. And I just remember you didn't bring any shame or drama to the situation. You also did full disclosure, which I've seen other things where the clients didn't know what they were signing. It wasn't explained to them. Yeah, we do have the TRID laws. It's fully explained, but they still expect the lender to explain, is there a first mortgage, second mortgage, third mortgage? What is the amounts I'm paying? What is it? They still expect us to go over that. And you never made us feel bad about our situation. We were able to move through it.
Yeah.
And go ahead and go into
I think communication from day one is the key, and explaining everything. I think, some people in our business, maybe they get so busy that they don't want to take the call, or they don't want to answer the question, or they just answer it minimally.
Yeah.
And my my philosophy always is, how would I want my daughter to be treated? How would I want my sister to be treated? So even, occasionally I'll run across, people with, really bad credit, right? And they're just not in any position, to buy anything now or in the near future. And, they tell me, they'll say, gosh, I've talked to 3 different lenders and nobody calls me back after they pull the credit report, and I get it in the sense that, it seems like a waste of time. But on the other hand, how would you want to be treated if it was you? And so I always take the time to...
a lot of these young people, sorry for interrupting, they don't even know why that's a thing. Like, I think that nobody's even taught them in school, or they never had that conversation. They don't even know how they messed up. So it must be incredibly baffling not to get that call back, because they didn't understand that 540 is too low, or that it needed to be not 600 but 620.
Or they're told,
they don't know that. So,
or they're told your FICO score is too low, but they're not told why. So I take the time.
What to do.
Exactly. I take the time to go over it with them a little bit, explain it, what are some, suggestions that might help improve their credit score. And honestly, I've had people come back a year, 2 years later saying, my credit score is now, whatever. And, I worked on my credit. I've saved a little bit of money. And guess what? They come back and, they buy a home.
And Pamela Nelson, let's not forget Pamela Nelson, because we're about to help Pamela Nelson, and she's a perfect example. Somebody who we ran into who had some personal changes and has now become ready. So let's not forget about her. I think I'm supposed to call her tomorrow. So, Pamela Nelson. So, okay, well, is there any more questions, Daniel?
At the moment, those were the 3 questions that I had.
Okay. Well, Emily, you have been so amazing on this show, and I just want to tell our guests that I personally have worked with Emily for many years, and that I got a mortgage with her, and that I do feel that what she's saying is true and accurate, and I do see the value and importance in what she's saying, because she's being sincere and she's willing to stand by her word. So we want to really thank Emily for being on the show today.
Thank you guys for having me. It's been great.
Yeah, it is great. It's wonderful. It's going to be a wonderful show. So please subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to call us for any and all of your real estate needs. And hopefully we can do a mortgage with Emily, and Daniel can show you a home, and we can get you in contract. Or if you need to sell your home, for any real estate needs, please call us on our cell phone. All our information is here on the bottom of the screen. And we're happy to be of service to you, your friends, and your family. And once again, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next episode.
It's real estate. Take this journey with me.